Welcome inside the ProBox TV studio. This is a place, if you know anything about ProBox TV, it's that this is where talent gets tested. That continues June 7th, San Antonio, Texas. Emiliano Moreno, 12-0 in his young career, but taking on the very experienced Eric Bonet. How ready is he? We'll find out today. Jimmy Smith alongside the champs, Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi. We're now joined by Emiliano Moreno. Thank you so much for talking to us. How excited are you about this opportunity? Eric Bonet, very experienced veteran, man.
Man, I'm excited. I've been working hard for this camp. We've been watching my last fight, we've been improving on things. And obviously watching how Eric fights. And, we've just been adjusting a bunch of things we need to work on from the last camp. And, I feel strong, I feel ready, and I'm just excited to put on a show.
Emiliano, this is a crafty veteran. You had a little bit of a crafty guy in front of you the last time. Any lessons you take from the Cesar Francis fight coming into the Bonet fight?
Yeah, definitely. We've learned to start earlier. There's a bunch of other things we've been working on as well, but starting earlier is one of the main concerns. I feel like sometimes I take too long to start, maybe by round 3 or 4 is when I start. But we've been working on starting since the start. Round 1 we've been working on applying pressure. Throwing more punches, and I've just been seeing my last fight. Cesar Francis was a crafty guy, and he gave me some problems, but we've adjusted to that, and we've been working on it.
And by starting early, is it just a matter of throwing more punches? I mean, what is it that was preventing you from starting early before? What causes the slow start? Is it just you not finding your proper distance that you're comfortable throwing your punches at, or is it something else?
The slow start usually comes from just being overcautious. It's good to be cautious, but sometimes when you're overcautious, it's kind of slows you down a little bit. Being overcautious, not having a good warm up, just a bunch of things that play in factor for having a slow start. And we've been working on different things, different tactics that'll wake me up earlier.
Emiliano, you're no stranger to the ProBox TV method, so you understand, that these fights are tough. And I said on yesterday's show, I was like, man, I tip my hat to these guys because they're consistently fighting tougher and tougher opposition. Cesar Francis I thought was a very tough matchup prior to the fight. You mentioned yourself that he'd given you some trouble. And then Eric Bonet, he's another guy. I mean, this is another tough step up for you guys. Two guys are right here that know him very well. I fought him 10 years ago, and Paulie used to spar with him as well. Crafty guy. What kind of work have you been getting out there in Las Vegas in terms of your sparring partners? Any notable names out there to help you get prepared for Eric?
I've been sparring. Who's that? One guy.
Okay.
But no. The one that Bob Santos has.
Isaac Lucero.
Isaac Lucero. I've been sparring him. I've been sparring with Tiger. He just moved up to 147. I sparred with Tiger. I sparred with
Tiger Johnson, the Delante?
Yeah, Tiger Johnson. Yeah. I sparred with this one UK fighter that came as well, Ishmael, can't remember his last name, but I've been getting a lot of work from all types of people. People that come forward, people that throw, people that are good at boxing. Just everything that you could just think of. That's the work I've been getting.
All bases covered. Nice.
Vegas, you can't go wrong.
I know Vegas. I
love when guys I don't know, but they're tough. Everybody I'm sparring with is tough, man. When you look at this, also in San Antonio, Texas, we've been there before, ProBox TV, knowledgeable fight fans, very, very into it. That Mexican and Mexican-American crowd, they're behind you 100%. How does that environment help you, and how much do you look forward to it, man?
Man, I'm looking forward to it, man. The environment definitely helps, just hearing a bunch of yelling and, you just want to put on a show for people. You want to do your best, and you want to, people came out there to see you, so you want to do your best and it's just like a little motivational thing. Before the fight, you hear them screaming for the other fighters, and it just gets you going.
Emiliano, with this fight again in comparison with your last fight with Cesar Francis, you're starting now to step into a zone where these opponents are more known. They're before you were fighting pretty good fighters. They're hungry. They're other prospects. You weren't fighting easy fights for sure, because that's not what we do here on ProBox. But at this point now, you're stepping into a zone where people have seen these fighters before. They know where they stand, and they know, Champ Chris was talking about how crafty Bonet is. We knew Cesar Francis as well. You're picking on New York a little bit, but nonetheless, where do you want to be by the end of 2025? Because it seems like there's a line drawn in the sand here that you're moving into another level of your career.
Yeah, I definitely want to be top 5, in 147. I want to fight for a youth title, just as close as I can get to that, if whoever I have to fight, if I have to fight someone more known, someone less known, it's whoever I have to fight that I will fight for to just move me up in the ranks and get my name more known out there.
All right, now you're making me think. So, welterweight 147, is this where we're going to end up? Because this is a bit of a wide open weight class right now, and it seems like it's starting to be in a bit of a transition. The faster you can get to the top, the better. But can you make the weight? Are you going to be consistently fighting at welterweight moving forward?
Yeah, we've gotten a nutritionist. We've done like I said, we've done a lot of different things this camp, and the weight's looking good. I'm feeling strong, and I'm confident I can stay at 147 for a little longer, but we'll see for this fight, after this fight, maybe for the next fight, and we'll see where we're at, 147, 154. It doesn't matter. I just want to be anybody that I need to be.
Good weight classes to be in, though. A lot of attention around both.
Yeah.
When you look at this fight, last question I have for you, when it comes to Cesar Francis, the last time you fought, a little controversy with the stoppage. You were coming back. You were starting to kind of turn the tide of that fight. We all thought referee stepped in a little bit early. Crowd didn't like it, a little controversial. You were coming around. How important is it to kind of wipe that fight out and show the fans how entertaining and exciting and to get that clean finish this time? Is it on your mind?
Yeah, it's definitely on my mind. I know it's not my fault that the ref stopped it, but at the same time, it's like I want to give a good show for the people, and I felt like that my last fight I was just like slacking a little bit, So this fight I want to definitely prove that I'm an exciting fighter. I'm a fighter you want to keep an eye out to watch, and it's just been on my mind basically the whole camp. I've been training hard and I really just want to, just prove all my supporters correct, and the other people who don't really know me, to get them on my side as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to an entertaining fight. We'll be ringside. Thank you so much for giving us your time, man. Look forward to seeing you June 7th.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime, my man. June 7th, that's right, San Antonio, Texas, right here. ProBox TV, Emiliano Moreno says he's going to have an exciting fight, keep that undefeated streak going. But Eric Bonet, no slouch. Tune in, check it out, find out why millions are watching.